With each battle that we face, we defy the dark's embrace. Legends growing with each stride. In unity we confide. No fear in our eyes, just stars guiding us through endless wars. Destiny is in our hands. Together we take a stand. We are the light in the darkest night. With strength and valor we fight. Armored hearts shining bright. We will defeat the evil tonight. As the dawn breaks, shadows flee. In our victory we are free. Timeless heroes, legends glad. Together we save this land. We are the light in the darkest night. With strength and valor we fight. Armored hearts shining bright. We will defeat the evil tonight.
Welcome back to Original GM, episode 14, I believe. I forgot to set the destination file. Well, I'll do that later. We'll transfer the video over. Welcome back, guys. Lots of stuff going on. I hope you guys enjoyed our episode last week. We are excited. Descent into the Underdark.
Great fun, great fun.
I hope everybody is prepared.
That's a word.
Yeah.
Aries helped a little bit with that badass spell that she cast.
Yeah, she did. You know, it must be serious when I have actual tokens for your little pets and things.
They're the calico alone.
Oh, you better protect your shit because
She's inside the room right now, so.
I got Lily there with her 4 elementals with the new artwork from the Monster Journal.
Beautiful.
All updated artwork. It's pretty cool.
I keep forgetting about Clip.
Yeah, Clip's there. He's
Quiet for some reason.
He's quiet.
Which is weird. He's always
but,
running his
Not a
mouth.
fan of the Underdark?
Yeah, it's just the GM forgetting that he's there, you know. I'll remember it. I know that there's some shit I need to say with him, so I'll try to remember that he is present. Yeah, he's got some words. But yeah, here we are. Any questions? You guys ready? Yeah. Kinda, sorta.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll
Halfway.
find out in a second.
Let's do this.
Ready to find out.
We're already down here, so
Yeah, we're already at the bottom of the canyon.
Let's fuck
couldn't
it
do
up,
something before
Buttercup.
we came down here, but
All right.
We all still look alive, so that's a plus.
The air grows thin. Your lungs feel the weight of the unseen pressure as the elevator shudders to a stop. The crystal that guided your descent into the abyss has splintered under the strain of powerful wards that the dwarf must have placed upon them. You are no longer merely underground. You are in a realm where sunlight is a forgotten myth and shadows breathe with malevolent life. The Underdark, sealed off from the world above for 300 long years, now swallows you whole. Its secret entrance, known only to the merchants who traffic in dark elven artifacts, has delivered you into its stifling embrace. The labyrinthine plane itself is said to be a fragment of the abyss itself, ruled by the enigmatic queen of spiders, Lothra, your mother. Her web of influence stretches through Abyssium, the capital of the Dark Elven Kingdom, in a place where danger lurks in every shadow. Here the Dark Elves, with their century-old enmities, wage war against all within the Underdark, including the Dark Dwarves and the Dark Gnomes. The air is thick with spores from fungi and mysterious plants that glow with an unholy light, casting eerie, shifting shadows on the cavern walls. Every step you take is watched by unseen eyes. Every breath you draw carries a whisper of madness. Surface dwellers are unwelcome here, as the Dark Elves are unwelcome above ground. The very essence of this place saps your strength. It muddles your minds. It makes your eyelids heavy with supernatural drowsiness. The floor of the Underdark plays tricks on your senses, and even the most disciplined minds find it hard to focus down here. Rumors speak of a mad mage named Whitco, a capricious soul whose mood dictates whether his presence will be a boon or bane. His tower, an ever-shifting domain, is both sanctuary and snare. You stand on the threshold of an adventure that will test your courage and wits. The Underdark is a realm of perpetual twilight, where the line between life and death is as thin as a spider's silk. Welcome to the world of eternal night. May your spirit burn bright in the darkness. The air grows thin, your lungs feel the weight of the unseen pressures as we begin our journey.
Set the fucking tone.
The elevator comes to a stop. The crystal has been shattered and cracked. The doors await you.
I assume this elevator's not gonna work with the crystal like that.
Dave's like, well, that was unexpected. Lily,
Yes.
you know what happened?
So God was gonna walk towards the door. Just
Okay.
I'm sure he had protections against anyone that wasn't himself.
Rava is going to telepathy Ixen and tell her not to kill anybody in this room.
Okay.
Garmin tries to telepathy your mom. Reach out.
No,
I can't telepathy out.
this is me either.
Eris will come around to the door.
Val will connect with Way of the One.
You connect with the Way of the One and you realize that it is stranger and different down here. Something is separating you from the prime material plane. At that moment, Lily, you're looking over at the crystal and you're thinking to yourself about the protections. And you find yourself growing really drowsy. You realize it. You're so tired. You look down at your ring and you realize it's not working.
Oh, Eris, I'm about to fall asleep.
What's wrong? What's going on? Eris will go over to her. Whoa, sweetie, wake up. What's
Clip
going on?
walks over.
My
He's like-
ring's not working.
Run.
Clip's like, I feel really, really groggy.
Ren will walk over. She'll say, I have a spell for that.
He sits
But I only
down.
have one.
I need some sleep. He starts to go out. Zen goes, wake up! And you see, I feel like I haven't slept in years.
Ren will look at Eris and ask her if she can put the spell on her thing that she uses to make a
Lily.
area of effect.
Okay. To
Make a spell
Rava?
area of effect.
you look over at Rava and Rava,
Eris. Rava.
you look over at Eris and Rava. As she's doing that, you realize you are no longer regenerating from positive material energy.
What?
You see Vay looking at himself like, what the fuck?
She says it like real quiet.
He turns and looks at you with this worried look on his face.
I was just trying to observe the door. He's
Okay,
not
he's
trying
looking
to move
at
forward. He's not
Xavier.
even like.
Right. Zed, oddly enough, you feel very at home right now. It's like you can breathe again. It's like
He does take a deep breath. Just
you feel wonderful. Those of you that meditate and have Way of the One skills, it's harder. You feel yourself kind of unable to concentrate as well as you normally should. God, when you're looking at the door, what are you doing at the door?
Ren?
I'm just trying to investigate it to see if there's any like check for anything, like marking anything if it seems
Okay. There's a doorknob.
dangerous.
There is a doorknob. Lots happening all at once, so there's a doorknob. So there's no keyhole.
Eris went to Lily.
Era's what?
Went to Lily.
Okay. That's right. She's over with Lily. Clip, like I said, he leans up against the cage here and just kind of starts to fall asleep. Zen's trying to wake him up.
Ren will.
Anyone that has a ring of sustenance that's not had to sleep or eat for some time is ravenously hungry and as sleepy as can be. I believe that's Lily and Clip only. I don't know if anyone else.
Well,
Then I just
Lily's is
ate.
just a ring of rest.
Okay. All right. So she's not really ravenously hungry.
Yeah, because she still eats. But she hasn't slept in 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, she's so tired.
Ren's gonna cast a spell on Lily.
Okay.
She'll say, accept my spell. It's one segment.
Rin is?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she'll touch her.
Where's she cast?
Arcane Sleep.
Okay.
The spell works as if the recipient has had a full 8 hours rest. The spell also rejuvenates casters, allowing them to fill their spell slots. The
Okay.
spell only works on the willing.
She casts it and you feel much better and you realize you can refill your spell slots if you want to. You can reread.
That's a magic user spell, and it's the only one that I have in memory.
Thank you so much.
I can't help anybody else.
You look over and you see Zen shaking Clip and he's out. He's out. He's completely asleep.
You're a magic user, right, Lily?
I am.
You could cast that spell too. It's first level, I think.
Vay comes over to the door where you're at.
She
Did you
will.
try and open it? I think we gotta get out of here.
She'll
I don't
pull
know if
out.
anybody's in good enough shape to check this door regardless.
Era's a walk over there.
He kneels down and checks it as well, looks at the bottom, looks around it. You know, he's just checking. You can tell he's checking for traps. He says, I don't see any traps. But Eris, you walk over?
Yeah,
Okay.
she'll look at it up and down for traps as well.
Okay.
That's the wrong character. Yeah, 13 under 90.
Nothing. No traps.
You should say, I don't see anything.
Eden, you realize your light is not as powerful as it was. You think it might be the cloak, and then you turn and kind of pull the cloak open, and you realize it's shrunk way down. It's only like 2 or 3 inches from your body. And it's not pulsating, it's just a dull glow. It's like the plane itself is doing something. You're not sure what it is. Kara, you look at her eyes, and the novas are, the color is like filtered. It's not as bright as it was.
She's just looking down at herself.
Lily's gonna pull out the spell book that she just got upstairs
Okay,
and cast Arcane Sleep. Rip it out of the book
okay. And cast it and burn it?
Clip.
Okay. He wakes up. Oh. Fuck.
Ren will say, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm alright. He stands back up. What the fuck? Gavor says something is here. Something watches us from afar. It's not her. Something else.
Ren will put out her aura around all of them.
Okay. He goes out.
Kasabian, are you cut off from the negative material plane?
He looks at you and his eyes are red, and he looks and he goes, yes, I am. Faye turns and looks over his shoulder back at him. He's like, easy.
Rava
big
turns
fella."
back around. She looks at Vay with like this look, you know.
See him reach into his bag of holding and he's like, oh no. No.
She'll look.
It won't open. My blood.
We need to get out of this elevator.
Fuck.
Now.
Garwood just tries for the door.
It opens.
He pushes open, just goes through.
We need to get out of here now. Oh, fuck.
Godwin, you open the door into a room. And as soon as you open the door, you see two constructs directly in front of you.
Ares will go out first since she's got the chains and the...
They're not active.
Okay.
They seem to be dormant currently. They do not react when you open the door. There is a doorway directly across from you. You can see as I'm undoing this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There are chests in this room, quite a few. And there's a light above the door. And when you open this first door, there's another door you've got to open. It doesn't have any traps on or anything. When you open this door, it kind of opens the other door too, outward. Just when you open it up, this is what you see. The smell that hits you is strange. It smells of fungus.
Lily's gonna shape change into a male drow.
Okay.
Dark elf.
Okay. Dark elf. Male dark elf.
Yeah.
I'm sure our
I'm gonna
viewers
put
are
a
laughing at
note
us at this point.
On
Right,
all
on all-
four,
yeah.
on all three sides of these camera stands, this is
Several
dark elf.
several chests are in this room.
What's the chances of these guys activate if we go for the chests
100%.
or the door?
Cravo telepathy Sabian, when's the last time you ate?
He turns and looks at you with blood in his eyes. And he's like, it's been a long time. Days.
Will the chalice hold you?
What chalice?
He pulls a chalice out of his bag. His
Is
regular bag.
is it in a bag of holding? Okay. Is it? So make sure, because whatever is in your bags of holding is inaccessible.
No, it's that regular bag.
Okay.
It's what he uses to drink, like
Eden?
ale.
Okay.
It's not a chalice, but a goblet, I guess.
Okay.
Eden has none of her healing potions or wealth.
Right.
Oh, there's a lot of people that don't have a lot of things, I'm sure, because
Right.
if you're carrying
Oh, so much for
a
these.
lot of weight, you know what I mean?
I do.
Yeah, so much for yeah, exactly.
Thanks, though, buddy.
The arrows.
Well, the arrows he gave, yeah.
Yeah.
So I have the
other
arrows I
arrow.
got from the shop. I put on my back, but
Let me look here.
He looks at you with the chalice. He's like, "What are you talking about?"
He cuts his hand and pours it into
Rava will put her
Goblet.
hand on him.
did you not ask him?
You see him start to,
Sabian.
and his fangs go.
Sabian.
and it's full.
Sabian.
He'll give
He
it to
grabs the cup from you like with such speed. He's on top of you, and his energy is overbearing. He's just looking down on you, and he takes the cup and starts to drink the blood. You see Vay turning back. He's like, "Easy, big guy. Easy. Easy. Easy." And you see him look at Vay and go, start to calm down. And you see his teeth go back in. And he looks right in Vay's eyes, and Vay says, "You will be able to feed soon. Drink what is in the cup. You are fine, Sabian." He drinks what's in the cup, and he just drops it, and it falls to the ground. You see his hand is shaking. He's
He'll pick the cup up and put it back in his pouch. Well, he'll rinse it out with water.
okay.
Does Link's blade work?
Yes.
She has it in one of her 16.
Yes. Yes, it's,
Oh, I do.
it works.
So,
Yay.
the only
And I do
thing
have
that
2
Ren
more
doesn't
potions,
have is
so
her
I can
tea
take a
set.
drink of potion.
Huh?
The only thing Ren doesn't have is her tea set.
Okay.
It was in a bag of holding.
She
Just be mindful of what you have and what
Okay.
you don't.
she looks up at the elementals and says,
That's inconvenient, but not.
"Who wants to return to Jamal?"
They look at one another and then they pick which one, and he moves forward to you.
Tell them everything in detail. She will reach out and touch him with the loose blade and teleport Heather to where Jamal
Well,
was.
you'd have to release him. You don't think you could teleport him out of here because you don't think teleport will.
Even though the lynx blade's working.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't think it'll teleport him off the plane. It can teleport him anywhere on the plane possibly, but you'll just have to release him from your protection and hope or from your control and hope he can return.
I can banish him back
There you go.
to
You're gonna use a spell?
yeah.
Okay.
The book. She doesn't have it in memory, so she'll
Okay.
use it out of
So she
that
pulls
red
that
book's
book,
gonna come in handy.
starts
So I can
flipping
rip
through it.
that out, yeah.
Okay. What spell?
Do you want me to find it? Right
Yeah,
now?
and find the spell
Just
and
a
make
second.
sure the range, area of effect, because it could send other people. Yeah, Sabian got off the horse, by the way. Or got off Ixon, by the way, when that happened.
Ray was watching him.
Haha.
He
I'm sitting there eating my iron ration.
He's still staring across the room at Vay, and Vay's still looking at him. He's like, "You okay?" And he's like, yeah, I think I'm okay now. That will hold me for a little while." Vay telepathies to Ray, but he's like, "I don't know how long I can control him. He is compelled, but that compulsion will not last through bloodlust."
We need to get him somewhere where he can feed. Okay.
Yeah. Not to mention that I'm not regenerating.
Neither am I.
This is fucked. Rava, if we die here, we die.
Does he look alright?
Who, Sabian?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He doesn't look alright, but he's no longer vamped out.
Do you need more?
Turns and looks at you and says, "Thank you."
Indeed. But do you need more?
I will tell you when.
Okay.
I am fine right now.
How about you and you pointed at Raven Bay? I don't know. Do you guys drink blood?
No,
No.
Okay.
we're good.
Okay. I don't know anything about vampires.
We're not that kind of vampire.
Yeah.
I don't
We
know
should
anything.
be good, he says.
We're okay.
Yeah, I don't know anything about you guys. So.
We're different.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm excited and I'm not fucking seeing it.
What are you looking for? What are you looking for?
I can't remember what it's called in the new system. It used to be banish summons.
Oh, it's Requiem? No,
No.
That's the priest version. That's why I'm just looking at every spell.
I was gonna say Carr can do it, but
it's something weird.
he's eating
It
it.
is.
He pulled some iron rations out of his pouch and sitting there eating iron rations to recover
I'll
the
look.
blood that
Will you
he
keep looking? I got you.
lost.
I'll help you.
Seth does?
Yeah,
He's got iron rations that are in a pouch, not in his.
he does.
Okay.
He got.
All right.
10
So like
of
these things, there's a weight allowance on everyone.
them. Right, I know. And he's
There it
got.
is.
Remember how I told you if it's not written on your character sheet,
Oh,
if
I
I
know.
come in question as to whether or not I believe that there's something, I'm not saying that I don't,
No,
but if it comes in question on something that I believe, I'm going to ask you for your character sheet and show me where it's
So-
written.
Yeah,
On
I've
my
got it
character
right here.
sheets, everything that's in a bag of holding is written BOH.
Okay.
Yeah.
Except for Eden, because all her shit's in a bag of holding.
Yep.
Just so you know how it. And then, like, I have it written, bag 1, bag
Yeah.
2.
I ain't got shit for
Anyway.
money. I'll tell you that.
Eris is gonna turn around and look at the party and go, "Well, I have the spell that can make us a campsite and makes food too."
I got.
She
Oh,
smiles.
no, that's in a bag of holding.
I can make a whole campsite.
They says, that's good and all. That's a wonderful thing when we need it. He'll step into the room. They don't react when he does.
Eris will follow
Who
suit.
does?
I was gonna say that.
Okay.
I stepped.
What
You step in?
I did before I said it. Yeah.
All right.
What reacts?
Nothing reacts.
Oh, nothing.
The constructs that are standing in
Yeah.
front of you are quite large. They're twice as big as the ones that you were dealing with in the other place, and they don't react.
Dismiss.
Not only are they twice as big, they have swords,
All right.
large swords that are.
Seth will move
So
behind.
they're not twice as big. They're about 18 feet tall, and the
Seth
swords
will
are about 10 feet.
Move behind Ren.
Okay. When you move, you see Sabian watch you like.
And he'll turn into a cat.
Ren will look at Seth. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
She looks at your hand.
There's no mark. Well, there's a scar, but there's actually 2 of them now.
Zumbar will come out and with Bay and
Eris will too.
okay, Eris comes out. So they step in just a little bit. Eris comes out. Zigzag will peek out of your boots. Do you smell that? Fuck.
I do smell his
What
stink.
is that?
I thought it
I
was
think
you.
so. Some kind of mushrooms.
I didn't fart.
He's clean.
You would.
That was
He
Carr, by
takes
the way.
baths.
That was Carr, by
He's
the way.
very clean and he's very well behaved. You
So-
have nothing to worry
Good
about.
for
Well, at least he didn't ask you about the smell until after he came out of the booth.
I
Zen,
even taught him etiquette.
Zen walks over to Ren and she just kind of puts her hand onto your shoulder and is still looking at the door, but you can tell she's
Nervous. Yeah.
nervous.
Chill.
So
You know.
Yeah.
Val was able to connect with the way of the one, and it was diminished.
She connected with the way of the one, but you're not sure. Yes, it is. It's diminished in some way, meaning that you realize when you connect to the way of the one that your meditation is not right. Like you feel distracted. You feel like something's watching you. Is what you feel. It's like the very shadows around you are alive. You're not sure, but you don't feel right, and you feel kind of disconnected from the way, somewhat.
Seth's going to change into Panther and
Okay.
start sniffing around.
You
I know it
when you
smells
change
like-
into Panther and you start smelling, it makes you sneeze. He starts sneezing, and you smell this fungus that is multi-leveled. There's so much fauna and plant smell that
Like
you.
overwhelming.
It's overwhelming, and you realize you can't smell the things that you normally can smell, like the people around you. You can't really smell
Panther.
them.
Can you
Sneezing
imagine
over and over again.
this Panther just turns back and looks at Ren? Can you smell that?
Bless you.
That's nasty.
No, I'm not. I'm not in cat form. I can't smell anything.
Really? You can't smell that? How
So
can
like
you
this.
not?
Pox is like, there's a stench in the air.
Uh-huh. I thought it was the
He jumps over you guys and then jumps back into this room with you guys over here.
still smell out there?
Yeah. You go, well,
No, he's asking Pox.
yes.
Mm.
There's a stench everywhere.
So I was gonna slowly kind of go inspect
Ravel,
the
look
next
back.
door.
Sorry,
Okay.
go ahead.
I was just.
All right,
Ravel will
move
look back
forward.
at Sabian and offer her hand.
He gives you his hand and
She'll pull him up on the
Goes up
horse
onto
and
the
then go
horse.
out.
No biting.
Oh, wait, she'll stop when she realizes they're two good people.
all right, yeah, you start to go forward and
Carr will move.
yeah, you guys
Just kind of
feel
push Eden out of the
the
way.
unicorn
Yeah,
and
Eden will move.
Delara's gonna have to move slightly out of the way too. Eden moves.
Yeah.
She don't have a choice. Carr's pushing her out of the way.
All right.
So Lily will tell the elemental specifically everybody is disconnected from pretty much everything. Magic, the way the one. Make sure you give him all of the details. And then she will cast dismiss.
Okay. Dismiss. That's what it is.
5th level spell.
So read it.
Range 3 foot plus 1 foot per level, casting 5, but it's a scroll.
Area of effect. Area effect one being.
Area of effect, 1 monster, 1 being, saving roll special. By the use of this spell,
Magic user can dismiss a monster or being back to its home plane. The caster must have the true name of the target for the spell to work without a saving roll versus magic. However, magic resistance is allowed.
It disappears. It's gone, Lily. You get it to go away.
Damn it!
Oh, goodness.
Cat sneezes and starts.
I don't look at Lily. Are you okay?
Gavor looks at you and he's like, may I?
Yeah.
He touches you and he's like,
It's just me.
Red will start
Should've brought some-
giggling.
Some allergy pills.
takes his hand off of you.
Did you think I was sneezing for fun?
That is nasty.
Uh-huh.
Glad I don't smell like that all the time.
What's up?
Just the top of the elevator.
What's it look like?
Just a roof.
It's enclosed then.
It's enclosed, it is.
What about the inside of the room?
It's all enclosed. The bottom is made of metal flooring, and then it has what you see there, which looks like trails of magic of some sort that follow those lines, but it's not glowing now, it's dead. There's a burn on the ceiling. When you look up, you see a burn from lightning or from arcane energy on the ceiling from when the crystal cracked.
He's gonna bury his face in Ren and Zin's clothes.
Zen's like,
Really? That's his head.
Clip moves over towards the door.
Reva will
They
come
will
all the
move
way
out of the
out.
way for when Reva comes out. She moves out of the way. You come out on Ixon.
Yeah, she'll come all the way out.
Clip will come out. You're looking at this door, Godwin.
I'm just gonna check for traps and
All right.
investigating the door.
What's your traps?
42%.
42. You don't see any on that door. You do see a keyhole, however, on that door. And you're not sure. It might be locked.
How high up are the arms on these things?
About 8 foot or so.
10-foot swords on an 18-foot statue.
Yeah,
So,
yeah
he's
about
gonna
10 feet.
Jump up on the arms. Go out there and jump up on the arms.
Okay. You run out.
They're constructs, right? Not statues.
That's alright.
You land up on the construct on its arm. It doesn't move. It's
Can
still-
he get up on the shoulders?
Yeah.
He'll get up on the shoulders and lay down.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll try the door to see if it's locked.
It's locked.
Turns the day. There's a keyhole, but it is locked.
Try that.
Tries it.
It goes in and unlocks it.
Take a peek.
You open it. All right. That smell gets stronger when you open it.
Ren will grab Zen's hand and step forward.
Do you hate me or what?
Are you okay, Zed? You seem like you're doing better.
The floor,
I feel magnificent.
when you look out, the floor is onyx. Or obsidian, sorry. You look at it and it's made of obsidian, solid obsidian.
Didn't you want to find out what was in the
So
chest first?
give me a moment here.
Constructs activate. We have to fight 10, 18-foot tall things.
I'll bite the ear off. I just don't want that smell anymore.
Plug your nose. You're the one that turned into a panther.
Oh, where'd it go?
We all make decisions.
Don't make me get my hammer out.
Located right here,
If you want to bury your head in my cloak, you little kitty for me.
right there, is where you're at.
Fuck, I didn't even say I missed it. Got it. Okay.
You see an onyx or obsidian floor, solid obsidian floor. And then beyond that, you see stairs going up. You see a brazier burning over here. And you see a statue of a skull. It's just a solid skull. And at the bottom of the statue, not its eyes, but at the bottom of it are 2 red rubies that are about this big that are just glowing at the bottom of it. Beyond that, you see 2 towers. And you see mushroom fauna growing beyond the walls here. They're tall. They reach about 12 feet higher than the walls themselves.
I give.
with a purple light at the gate,
Not getting away from
and then cobblestone.
I'll change back into a person and sit on the shoulder of this thing and just lean my arm up against the ear.
We'll just kind of give it, telepathy view to everybody.
Okay.
What I'm seeing, so they can
All right.
not have to come to the door. Just kind of keep.
To your right is a brazier, but it's not lit, and it looks busted and broken when you turn and look that way. You can see off in this direction more statues, and something off in the distance over here that looks like a portal, but you can't really tell. It's too far away from you right now.
Okay.
Could Aries use the poison skill to know if those mushrooms are poisonous or not?
Not until she actually can get close to them. Possibly, you don't know. You'd need a sample, most likely. There's two statues and some sort of altar behind this portal. The statues are of what look like giant dogs of some sort. Beyond that, you can see more towers and walls. There's some sort of sculpture over here. And yeah, that's it. You can see these extending out, these mushrooms, and there's glows to the mushrooms. You see lights of some sort that are twinkling off inside of the mushrooms.
All right then. Pull my head back in and turn to the. If they hit
Want
me,
to get some
I don't-
samples of those?
I'm not seeing any motion out there.
It's
Just,
Tara.
I don't know what the. I mean, obviously, glowing rubies never really bode well for my opinions. But
He comes out, takes a look.
seems to be a portal, an altar down that way.
Looks like we're in some sort of walled-in area.
Some kind of. I don't know if a fortress is what I'd call it.
Brave will come out there with them.
Okay.
Fix them.
So you see the same thing.
Everything is a trap.
Assume everything is a trap.
Is it really?
No,
Is our
it is.
telepathy still working within the group?
You try to
it.
telepathy? Yeah. Yeah, it works
She'll
within the
telepathy
group.
that to everybody. Assume everything is a trap.
Or smells nasty.
Aries will go out.
Keep your hands to yourselves.
Ask questions first.
And Lily's gonna get focused. She's gonna telepathy to just the 3 air elementals. We have a job to do. I have to find whatever this is so that I can get home to my babies.
Very well, mistress. So I take it everybody's kind of making their way
Mm-hmm.
out.
Yeah.
Okay. Eden. You don't detect any evil when you come out in an 80-foot range. You don't detect any evil at all.
Okay.
Observation on this.
Roll an observation.
Yes, sir. 4 under 17. Wait, her intelligence went up. Yeah, 4 under 20. I forgot her stats went up.
The stones themselves seem to be magical in nature. They are pulsating as well. But
It's a construct, right?
it's just a giant skull. And
It's coat with 2 rubies underneath it.
yeah, and
So
the
they're not
ruby-
the eyes, right? They're underneath. Like
they're
the eyes.
underneath. They're not on the eyes. They're underneath, and they don't. The skulls, don't appear. It's just a head. You know what I mean?
Do you think they're like a proximity trigger, or
Would Ren be able to use arcane lore?
So, Ren, you look at it and you're like trying to use arcane lore, and you realize this is not arcane magic. No.
So she would
Lily,
say
you're
that.
aware now. The more that you study it with observation, that's not arcane. That's probably divine or something different.
Ren would say out loud, that's not arcane magic. I don't know what it is, but it's not arcane.
It's divine. I would probably should be as quiet as possible.
As you come out of the structure, you look around and look up, and probably 350 feet above you is a cave ceiling that has stalactites dangling down all along as far as the eye can see. And everything is serene and very, as far as the visual goes. You still have that unease and that weird feeling in your stomach, but everything's quiet and serene. Like it feels like your voices travel here.
Lily will telepathy to everybody. We should, even though we're probably still being watched, we should probably only use telepathy.
Each square or each hex is 5 feet here. Can you see the hexes on that map?
Yeah, the blue's showing up pretty good. On all sides. They're different textures. I mean,
Okay. If I need to change the color, I can. If you
the only thing it can't on the
On the
top of
mushrooms?
the mushrooms if you go mushroom hopping maybe, but it's
She will pull up
so I can
the
do
hood of the
that.
cloak.
Is that a little bit better?
Yeah, it was fine the other
As I
way.
say, it was good with it. That's what
It
I'm
was
saying.
good
It
the
was
other
really
way.
good with the blue. Like I
Yeah.
said, the only place it was literally on these bright blue mushrooms.
I don't really want to go mushroom hopping, so
Yeah, no, I'm not.
you
down
know.
with that. We're just gonna reactively kind of put the cloak on and kinda just step lightly over here a little bit.
Over this way. So you step up the steps. There's 4 of them. When you put your feet on them, you realize these are fucking old. And then once again, I have to remind you that this whole area that this building is on top of is made of pure obsidian. And you step up the steps and come here, and this is cobblestone. And when you step onto the cobblestone, it's old too. This whole area, like, seems like it all should be ruined, but it's not. It's still seeming to hold together somewhat.
Val's gonna try her new ring of flying.
Okay. You're gonna come out.
Yeah, she'll come up behind Godwin. She's gonna put on
All right.
the cloak.
Okay. One moment.
Damn, I should have asked for 2. I was getting greedy.
You fly up into the air, and you hear a pop sound way above you, Pah! Like a teleport. Eden, evil. Above
she'll
you.
telepathy the party. Evil. She'll look.
So I'm gonna assume that you guys all came out, or
Yeah.
no? I said that earlier, so I know there's not a lot of room. So you look up, and there's some sort of winged being flying straight above you with a beak on it, and it's flying up there. It's got some sort of a spear-like weapon in its hand, and it's looking down at you. One moment. Eden, you have an incredible sense of unease when you look up and see this being. You don't like it.
Lily's gonna telepathy the party. Remember, we're trying to appear as merchants.
One question. The art for the Monster Journal, where is it? You remember?
At least give Erez a chance to
Back.
make us appear as
Yeah.
traitors. Or whatever,
Let the plan be the plan until it explodes.
right?
Eris will look up at the thing and move her hair so it can see the chains that are around her neck and look up at it.
I'm sorry, what?
Eris, she kind of moves her hair like this to the side so that the chains can be seen, like real nonchalant, and she'll look up at it.
Okay, give me just a second. I gotta find this art so that you know what this thing looks like.
Terrible.
Terrifying.
I mean, it sure looks amazing. Don't get me wrong.
But terrible.
but also terrible.
She'll telepathy the party or what? Trading what again?
That's something I meant to ask. We can't get into her bag, so it's not like we can just offer shit.
Any ideas, guys? Quick.
Look, all I got's a dagger, and I ain't giving that up.
Maybe we're picking up a shipment.
Good call.
There you go.
She's looking up at it.
You might have to come in a little aggressive.
Oh,
fuck
goodness.
This is what you see.
Mom!
This being
that. I thought I came to find my
glowing
mother.
eyes, and it's looking down at you. It flies down.
Here's a look at it. She'll turn non-combative, you know.
Right.
She'll turn to it.
It lands directly in front of you.
She'll look at it real expectant, like she's expecting something.
You feel evil as it descends. The very air around you seems to kind of be sucked out. It starts to become hard to breathe somewhat. Not impossible, but hard to breathe.
Ayers will look at it real expectant, like she's expecting something.
You, he looks over at Velia, must pay the price for using what you have used in my domain. I am the great Pazuzu, and you will die or pay the price. Who will pay it? Come down or forever lose your soul.
She'll land.
Its wings flap. It goes back up a little bit.
What price do you seek, my lord?
Turns and looks over at the paladin, over at you, and goes, call my name 3 times if you are in trouble, and I will save you. I give you my word. Turns and looks back at you. 5,000 gold pieces is the price for taking flight. Pay it now, or suffer the consequences.
Ayers will telepathy. You
Flies
have it
back
on
up.
you?
At this point, it flies up about 65 feet in the air, probably 80 feet away from you.
No.
And no money.
Can't give you my money, so you.
Ren is standing right next to Velia. She'll nudge her.
You start to hear something behind you guys that sounds like babies crying.
Ayers would say, don't look. In their heads, she would say, don't look at it. It's a trick. Ren will kind of nudge Velia and open her bag that has her platinum in it.
Okay.
So she has... One moment.
It's looking, at you guys as you move. Anybody that moves, it looks at you like quickly, like.
It's going faster than this. I just need to know
Yeah.
Okay.
what the equivalent for
She
platinum and
shakes
gold
her head,
is.
yes.
Okay.
And then
I'm trying to tell you. Give me a
takes the
second.
platinum out.
Okay. She shakes her head yes, and then pulls some platinum out of Eris's
Just take
bag.
3 pieces, because 1 piece of No, that's silver pieces. I'm sorry. So silver pieces, 1 silver piece, gold, 5,000. So. Oh my god, I hate math. Hold on, give me a second.
How do we do that?
We'll do it at the break. We'll do it at the break. You have enough to pay this.
I do.
scheme.
I have 50 platinum pieces, so
All
I
right,
have
and
plenty.
so you take it out,
Yeah.
and what do? You hold it out. Leave it, and I will collect when you are
I
gone.
was just put it on the ground.
Put it on the ground.
Take not to my domain in the air, or pay the price. Your souls will suffer if you do so. I, again, am the great Pazuzu. I control all the air within the abyss. It is my domain. If you e'er need help, call upon my name thrice, and I will come, and I will save you. Turns and looks at Eden, especially you. You see him disappear. That made a lot of noise. It echoed throughout the cavern.
So God said, we need
Did
to
he
move.
just say that we were in the abyss?
He looks back, he's like, yeah, where did you
Hey,
think
did
we
you not
were?
assume we
I
were?
thought we were underneath Shell. The abyss?
He nods.
Telepathy.
Your voice echoes,
Car just puts
especially with her
Yeah.
southern accent.
Godwin.
It echoes out through this whole place.
Godwin steps in and says, we need to move.
Car sets her hand on Eden's shoulder and says, come on.
What did I do?
Lily's gonna
Starts
raise her voice in everybody's head. Telepathy!
Faye's like, yes, let us kind of be as quiet as we can. Lily has the right idea. Let's not speak so loudly.
Let us hope the chamber was enough to echo to not alert anyone to our exact location.
Maybe these walls kept it within. We can hope, right? I think we should look through this courtyard and find out what's here. And get our bearings. Again, we can still use this as a center of operations.
Any concerns about those constructs? You think they're tied to the chest?
Most likely, they didn't invoke, so. Or maybe they won't because he's,
Panther Boy decided to jump on them and they didn't move, so.
yeah. Well, he didn't harm him. I'm sure that they will probably animate if we touch the chests.
That.
Let's leave.
But it is a place, of course, it feels like there's another side to this building that we didn't see as well.
Perhaps some of us should check around that side and the others should go check out the courtyard.
Let's go towards the front.
Walk around.
All right, you guys go this way. You leave the platinum down and you come towards the front here. When you go over here, you can see two braziers and another skull over on that side, and a gate on this side with a purple light above it as well as the other side. And it extends out with the fauna, the mushrooms, just like the other side. Then up here is again another skull-like statue with the red stones.
She's gonna invoke a true sight.
And then there's a sculpture directly north of you that looks like for better terms, a yin and yang looking symbol with lights at the base of it lighting it up. What's she gonna do?
Invoke a true sight out of the Lynx blade.
Okay,
It's an 8.
all right.
And check out the rubies on that. I don't know
She
why.
turns and looks at it, and it's definitely divine magic. Divination. She looks at it, it's divination in nature.
We're being watched through those rubies, you guys.
Eden saying there, it's probably by that gentleman we just talked to.
They said, so we can't take the flight? Is that what that means?
Yep.
I'm playing 5,000.
Unless we want to try to fight that thing. At that point, you look over, and Zin is pale white, and she's shaking.
Ren will look at her. Ren will turn to her. Sweetie. Talk to me. What's going on?
We don't want that. We don't want that. Ever.
Whoa,
Ever.
whoa,
Ever.
whoa. She'll hug her. She'll
She
grab
starts
her
crying.
and hug her.
She starts crying.
She starts crying?
Yeah.
Goodness. Breathe.
Safe to say Lord of the Air is not friendly.
No.
Eden, religion?
Don't say his name. Ever, she says. Real religion.
From Eden, would that be?
Yeah.
Wisdom. Yes.
You know that Pazuzu controls the 1001 closets or 1001 portals on the first plane of the abyss, and that he controls every layer in the air domain is his. She also knows that he likes to sully paladins. That's his favorite thing to do, is have paladins call upon him. If they say his name 3 times, he will appear, and he will help you, but you will fall from faith.
If you say his name 1 time, Kara will smack you.
So they're in.
Puzza! Smack!
They're in 1001 closets.
No.
Possibly.
No, you think he does it in every plane. You don't know what plane you're on.
Okay.
Exactly, which plane of the abyss. That would be the top layer. But you
Eden
don't.
would say in their heads, that's the ruler of the first plane of the abyss, you guys.
Zin says yes, and all the others as well in the
We
air.
learned about him when I was going to school to become a paladin.
Zin nods at you. She starts to calm down a little bit.
Ren's holding her.
She starts wiping the tears from her eyes. She goes, he is terrifying.
It's okay, sweetie.
You do not want to deal with him. What are we doing here? She just looks at you all like, what are we doing here?
Darwin actually considers that question and kind of steps away from the group to kind of, well, go kneel for a second.
Okay,
And he actually tries to reach out to Nira.
okay,
Val's gonna walk up and watch his back.
okay. Roll percent dice.
Oh, why do I always...
Well, how are you reaching out? Prayer or
Well, I guess to try telepathy and then...
Okay.
And then he'll, if it doesn't
telepathy? You don't get
work,
anything.
and then he'll be like, all right, well, let's try this
Okay.
prayer thing.
Okay, roll percent dice for me.
10.
Okay. You're quite aware that you need an altar. When you attempt it, you're like, this is not going to work. Like, you don't feel her, you don't.
Telepathy's right, but... Nira, altar. Ideas?
She'll look at her shield. Does she feel like that would be sufficient?
No. She needs you need a consecrated altar. That's not consecrated. Vey looks back at Eris and he says, this is a good place to camp.
Okay. Yeah, let's make camp and let's talk, guys. Rava would say
Base of operations, so to
Rava would
say.
say to Godwin back in his head, I can't consecrate an altar. I don't think. I'd have to have a spell, and I don't even know if I can cast that spell. I have no idea.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. You don't have spells. Never mind. You have spells, and he says that. He says an altar. Make a wisdom check.
While she's doing that, Seth will
Fucking-
go up to Zin and Ren and put his hands on them.
Okay.
And it will be
No.
okay.
Critical fumble.
Okay. You don't know anything.
I rolled a fucking 20.
You put your hands on
That's the
both
first
of them.
20 she's rolled with that
Zin
dice.
smiles at you and she says, I don't know why we've come here, but
We're just passing through.
we need to stick together.
You're right.
Okay. So
She
Eris.
turns and she says, no one leaves. Everyone stay together. We don't know what darkness awaits here.
And to Vey, he will telepathy to Vey and says, is there any way we can move this inside to camp instead of out here in the open?
Like I said, we could set up camp inside of where that structure is.
Please let's do. This is too open.
So,
So he asks Eris to do that, and he says, but everyone should stay together, so let's all
Agreed.
move together over to there. Velia, come on back. Godwin.
Yeah, no, but...
I mean, you're only like 20 feet away, but he's like, come on back. Then you guys move as a group, and you come back to the exit or the entrance where you came in. And Eris, you go inside and cast your spell.
Give me a second. I cast 2 spells.
Okay. What are they?
That. Give me one moment. I know I put them on here. Give me a second. Where is it? Okay, the first one. Oh, that's not gonna work in here. We're inside. Okay, so I'll cast this other one. It's called Bardic Shelter.
Okay.
By means of the spell, a caster conjured. Oh. She would look at Vaya. I can only do that outside. It's an outside spell. So let me redo the spell. By means of the spell, a caster conjures an outdoor area to create a shelter from the elements. It could be an extreme environment, so it creates a shelter. So you'd say it creates a shelter outside.
Okay.
Okay, this is an extreme environment.
Well, that will work.
Okay. By means of the spell, a caster conjures an outdoor area to create a shelter from the elements. It could be an extreme environment, and the caster can create sustainable accommodations protecting them. The spell will also conjure a campsite with food and waters to sustain 20 people for 1 day, or the spell could even create a traveling stage show or an outdoor venue.
Well, unless there's a campsite gremlin that's about to pop up.
All right.
She'll cast that one.
She'll cast it probably close to that door.
Yeah.
Kind of
then-
just right outside there. And then you've also got the inside that you can use as well.
Well, it creates a thing, so.
'Cause it was just on a before a cot.
And
And
there's-
he's
Yeah.
loading it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Wanders
sorry
out.
guys.
Sorry, I was
Where we at?
I was just wandering in my
This is
mind.
good shit.
Now, it doesn't state this, but does it create food specifically for the people that are present and the casting?
So this is
up
food
to
and
20?
water.
Up to 20?
Food and water.
Is it going to conjure blood for saving?
No,
That's my
it
question.
is not.
That's a nice
Look
try,
at
though.
the tape
Nice
transfer
try,
from the cut.
but no.
What about feast? The 6th level priest spell.
Well, you don't need it. Oh, will that make blood for saving? I don't know. We'll have to read the spell.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I've got it here.
I don't think so.
By
But,
casting this spell, the cleric conjures a feast. The food and drinks conjured will be their favorite and exactly perfect for the beings consuming it. This feast will fill and nourish all who partake.
so the answer is yes, it will.
Let's have a Underdark
I'll be
feast,
damned.
folks.
Yes, it will. So we're going to take a quick break right there. We'll set up the little campsite. Everybody will be able to be sustained, and we'll have protections from the elements on the outside. And
Nobody freaking out.
We'll be right back.
Dun,
Don't
dun.
forget.
And we're back.
Indubitably.
We have a little campsite set up here from Eris. And when you guys come back around the corner, the platinum's gone. It's not sitting on the ground anymore. And that's where you guys are.
And we can't meditate, so
Okay. So Lily's gonna go to the door. Can we see up past the stairs into the rest of the room, or do you have to go up the stairs?
You got to go up the stairs to see. No, you can see it somewhat, like the towers and the walls and stuff. But if you want to see across this, you need to kind of come up above the stairs. But so you gonna come out?
Yeah.
All right.
She's gonna
By yourself?
Well, she'll tell everybody, hey, I'm gonna step out here and true sight around the room with clairvoyance and see what the rest of the room holds.
Arrows will go with her.
Zed wants to step back outside. So
Okay. Zed comes out. Vey will go out if you guys are going out.
God knows too.
Reva probably will come out too, and right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's food in there for everybody, and your arrows say if anybody's hungry, help yourself.
Yeah, a couple tents here.
Oh
with
wait, no,
food.
that was Kara's spell that did that. I'm sorry. The feast.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all want to go ahead and
there's
Eat
a lot of damn food there.
And
Eat
she will
something.
cast clairvoyance out of the lynx blade.
Okay.
It's innate.
So you take the blade out and you have to touch it to your eye,
Mm-hmm.
and you touch your eyeball with it and look out.
It goes 780 feet.
So that's as far as you can see right now. It's even farther than this distance right now if you want to go out farther. But which direction do you head with the eye? Oh, clairvoyance, sorry.
Start here
Okay.
with that.
It's some kind
And
of
then she's got
sculpture.
True sight going as well.
Some kind of sculpture.
Demonology, devilology.
You would know that it represents a portal, but it's not a portal. It is a sculpture, and there's no magic placed upon it. But these skulls, when you look at those, of course, with your clairvoyance and your true sight, you will notice that it has divine magic on it.
Divination.
Yep.
Same thing, right?
Yep.
On all of them?
Yep.
Okay. And then what the
You
hell is-
see an altar. You see what looks like a portal over here. This structure that's
This?
right here
Okay.
is made of stone, and it's got a staircase that goes up to it, and it's completely circular in nature. It looks like a fixed portal. Lily would know that there might be some way to invoke this portal. As you look at it, you'll see that there are stones on it, gemstones on it in various places. There's probably some kind of combination that opens some kind of portal there. Two statues of what look like large hellhounds, and an altar that's in the center of them. This altar has some black candles that have been burnt out. Look pretty old to you, like it was a long time ago. And
Any symbols?
there is a statue of a spider queen there.
Okay.
Over on this side, same thing. It's a sculpture. Could represent a portal. You're not sure. So you're just going to take a look around at the whole place?
Yeah, and then also along the wall, she's going to be looking for secret doors, concealed doors, all the.
Okay. You don't see any. You come around to here and you see the same things.
Okay.
There is a door located on the other side of this building right here.
Okay.
Looks like the same door that was on the other side.
And no doors leading out, secret or otherwise.
Don't see any, no. There are gates that are closed that have bars on them that go out of this place where these stairs are. located here, right here,
Okay.
right here. There's stairs, and then also located here and here, and then of course on this far or close side where you guys started, right there. That's what you see with your eye or with your clairvoyance.
Can I? She'll tell everybody this. She'll be talking to them through telepathy as she's seing it all,
Okay.
relaying everything. And then she'll come back and she'll see how far down the staircase she can go with it.
The one closest to you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. You see mushrooms, and then you see glowing blue-like plants that are located in the grass all around the bottom of the mushrooms. And you see no movement, but these plants are kind of flowery looking. They have petals on them, and they let off a luminance.
Yay. She'll show Arrows what it looks like down there through telepathy. No, she'll show everybody, but specifically the flowers.
You still feel that sense that the shadows are thick and kind of closing around and watching you. There is a sense when you're looking through the eye, when you're up there far away past the gates, of danger. Like you realize as you're looking, you're like, oh shit, I need to go back, I'm alone. And then you realize, oh no, it's just my spell, I'm okay. But for like a split second, she starts to get really nervous thinking that she's in that location, and she's like, oh no, I'm not.
So the whole time she's doing this and anything else that she's doing along the way, she's going to be using observation with her mission in mind.
Okay. I can't allow you to do that. You have to state
Every
when
time?
you use
Okay. So
the observation skill.
she will use that as she's doing this.
Looking over here at the mushrooms
Yeah.
and the plants. Okay, roll it.
Fail.
Okay.
Crit.
You don't see anything odd. These mushrooms are very large too. Like 18 to 30 feet in height. Their stalks are 10 to 20 feet in width.
Magic mushrooms.
For sure.
Let's take a trip.
What's the duration of your spell?
It's as long as she's got the...
Thing touched her eye?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, she'll come back, bring it back up, or take it off her eye.
Okay. You're standing back there. You see Bay next to you, and Erez, and Brava, and Sabian, and Zed, Godwin.
So, other than the gates, I don't really see anything. There's no secret doors. There's no...
The cobblestone continues, of course. Like, this is all past the stairway here is all cobblestone, just like it is in the courtyard.
But it just goes into that room
No, I'm talking about... So,
down here.
yeah, there's no room there.
The stairs just end?
No, the stairs go down and they come to cobblestones, but from the cobblestones to the ceiling this is all one huge cavern. There's no room.
We just happen to be in a fortress walled.
Yeah, you just happen to be in a walled-in area, but this down here
Giant
is
cavern.
open to the sky. You can, you could
can see it
walk.
from
You could
here.
walk right here
Okay.
through there.
she'll tell they. It's just a huge sense of impending danger in any direction. The further away that I get, the more intense that it is.
I have a feeling that this is huge. We need to know what direction to go. We can't just randomly choose a direction. Does anybody have any way to point us in the right direction?
Maybe.
Carmen's like, I
So
tried. And I get no answer.
He nods.
I was sent down here, and now I have no fucking clue what for.
What are we looking for? This is a car.
His mother.
Maybe other things.
You got to be more specific.
I wish that I could. I could assume.
and
it's
that
my
right
mother.
there is why I told you.
I didn't wait.
Cliff says, we're looking for something that the Lord of Cats sent us down here for as well. That is why I am here. He said I will know it when I see it. But I don't know what it is. He looks over at Lily. You don't know either, do you?
He couldn't tell us. If he would have told us, then other people, other entities would have been able to divinate and find out what it was.
Ren walks out there about that point.
Okay.
And he told me the same thing, that I would have no doubt when I saw it, I would know that that's what I came for.
They're telepathying everybody, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I wonder if it's safe to know what it is now that we're down here, Ren would say.
Cliff's like, I don't know, maybe.
Maybe, but
I
nobody
have a
can-
theory. You guys know I hear everything that happens on that ship, right?
One could assume.
Well,
The
it's
Admiral.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
What if it's a calico or or a leopard?
Very well could be.
If it's what?
Calico or leopard.
So it's not a thing, it's a person? Or a being?
It's just a theory, I don't know, but it would make sense why nobody can find any information out about this
A
place.
wayward cat lost in the abyss. I'm sure Sal would want it back.
Or a leopard that isn't lost.
Or turned.
Chose to
Years
be
in,
lost.
say.
Exactly. She would squeeze her hand.
Do we want to investigate this other side of the building, Bay, to see if we can get in? I don't know, map something? I don't know.
Perhaps. It might be good to know what's on that side as well.
I can do that.
You feel a slight breeze in here too, by the way. It's like being outside. There's still air, even though the stifling existence of the shadows and even though the fungi smell is still there, there's a slight breeze that comes in every once in a while. When it comes in, it brings with it the fungi smell even stronger. It just smells like damp, moldy fungus down here.
Gowan kind of turns to come over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
To the other side.
Yeah. He's actually going to cast his innate, I don't know, divine detection.
Okay.
Just to, I've never done it before, so fuck it, why not?
Okay. You don't have to detect anything in that direction necessarily.
In a 990 foot radius.
That's insane.
Fucking awesome.
That's crazy.
A 900-foot radius?
Almost 1,000. Just 100. Just like literally 990 feet.
That's insane.
Don't ask me, man. The GM told me. That's what I wrote down.
Okay.
Man, power's a crazy thing. It's just the entire cavern What's going on here, Kevin?
So what is it that you can detect?
Hang on, sorry, I lost it.
He's gonna end up with a headache.
Yeah. Spell has ability to detect many things and morals, evil, natural good, law, chaos, magic, poisons, traps. It also lets a caster detect lies, undead, any border of ethereal, invisible beings, detect magic, detect illusions, are available to them as well. It can also detect. It can also detect if anything or anyone in the AOE is being scryed upon or tracked by magical means.
Okay, yes. Scrying is being done. You detect that in the locations of those statues. Magic all around you, in the air, in the mushrooms, in the ground, in the walls of this structure. Evil? No. Not currently.
Oh, great. I got dice out. My bad.
No, that was my fault.
Ares would say to them, telepathy of course, I could attempt to correspond with these mushrooms.
So, common just telepathies. They are magic, but there's no evil within at least 1,000 feet.
I could attempt to correspond with these mushrooms. Now I don't know what they are or what's going to happen if I get close.
And we are being watched absolutely through these. I mean, there's just no. I don't know. Even within 1,000 feet, I don't know if there's another source, but
We need to know who's watching us faces. That's important.
might be an answer in this. Or there might be another answer on the other side of this house, Faye. I don't have other ones right now. Gods be damned.
Maybe we should take a team over to the other side.
Agreed.
At least.
Zed's like, I
8
would
to 10
love
of
us
us.
to roll.
Okay.
Seth's standing by the door and he says, I got first watch.
Okay. So
Ares will go with them.
Rava 2, right?
Yeah.
4,
Kara just passes out.
6. She gonna sleep inside?
Yeah,
Okay.
because that spell would have taken everything out of her.
Okay.
Eden too. She has to sleep down here, right? Or no, is she good?
No, she needs
Okay,
to
you
sleep.
can show.
She can try to meditate if she wants to.
Oh no.
All right, you fall into a slumber.
Ren's still awake, but
Just on the ground or what?
Yep.
Okay.
She just finishes the spell and falls over. Maybe a little sore when she wakes up, but
I'll tell Mr. Whiskers to watch over him.
Okay. Clip will go with you guys. So like 7 of you so far.
if
Val.
there's any money, bring it back.
Bill's gonna go. Okay, so that's probably enough.
Yeah.
So Lily gonna stay there with them? With the rest of the party?
All right.
Seth's got his bow up. Just leans up against the wall. And
She'll come back and sit by the fire,
Okay.
chit chat with Ren and Zen, get to know them.
Okay. Kara, you're asleep. As you're sleeping, you realize you could move in your dream. You can travel. You see yourself asleep. You're like standing over yourself. She did get the dreamscape, right? And,
Kara, Eden, Seth.
and you look around and you realize that you're right where you went to sleep at, but that you can traverse and travel. But in your head, you feel like you're being watched, and you see what looks like a crazy old man with wild hair, and his eyes are hourglass in shape. He's got a huge mouth and he's laughing at you. You see him in your mind's eye. He's like, and you go from that vision of seeing him and realize that you're in a dream of some sort. And then you see yourself again. You realize he's not standing where you're at. It was more like a vision that came to you. A few moments later, you see him again. He's looking out of a balcony, a doorway on a balcony on a very tall tower. And you see fauna and lights everywhere, as far as the eye can see around this tower. And he's off in the distance. This time he's not up close, and you can hear him laughing, and it's just kind of echoing across the walls and the hallway. And then you come back to yourself again, standing over yourself.
The hell did I eat?
You guys make it around the corner to that doorway. And the door gets checked. Vay and Clip will look at it.
Harris can look at it too.
It doesn't look like there's any traps on it. There is. You don't see any traps either on it.
Okay.
Vay looks over at Godwin. Try the key. The key fits in and unlocks. You open the door?
Yep.
All right. Inside this room,
Magic mirror.
Holy shit, man.
as soon as you open the door, standing directly in front of you is a construct. It's not activated though, just like on the other ones. And the room is absolutely full of chests. More chests are in this room than were in the other room. There's a light above the door inside there.
Well, not much out after all.
Well, she said this was his vault, so I'm assuming that there's wealth in those chests. But at this point, I'm not sure how much help that actually is.
Yeah, then if we have to tussle with these big boys in the middle of everything.
Yeah, it's gonna cause a lot of havoc and noise if we do.
Yeah.
Harris will say it's not worth it.
What is it?
And we have to get it back upstairs.
Yeah, I'm not sure trying to sneak any of those chests out
Is a good
without
idea.
touching them is a good idea either.
Yeah, agreed.
I'm sure as soon as they move, whether they're touched or not.
It's not like we don't have a lot of wealth already, you know?
I just don't know how much down here is more effective down here.
Yeah, like what are we gonna do with it? How are we gonna get it the fuck out of here, you know?
I mean, more if there's this and dark elven artifacts in there, that'd be helpful, but
Could be.
I'm sure it's worth the chance of picking and choosing a chest.
Poisonberry. That's always the answer, poisonberry.
Eden, you see Kara.
And Reese's not there, so
We'll walk up and cast a blessing on her while
Okay.
she's sleeping.
All right. Bless spell? Okay. Let her know what her bonuses are. It's +1/+1, right? +1 save, +1 to hit.
Let me double
Okay.
check.
Doesn't wake her up.
+1 AC, +1 save.
Okay. +1 AC, +1 save, +1 saving throws.
Yep.
In your dreamscape, you feel, just for a second, you feel the presence of Gold Star, and it settles you just a little bit. Takes away the confusion and chaos of whatever that was laughing at you.
Hi, great father.
You look down at your body and you can see the Eden standing over you and her hands glowing. You see her reach back away from it. So you could see what's going on in real time by your body right now.
Just brush her hair out of her face.
It doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Your hand passes through her.
Eden will lay down.
Okay.
Go sleep.
All right.
Just on first watch, right?
Right.
Or she'll get up and say, wake me up when you're ready to sleep.
Who says that?
Eden, she'll say, wake me up when you're ready to sleep. I'm going to bed.
Pleasant
She'll lay
dreams.
down.
Gabor says, I believe I'll do the same if I can.
Good luck.
He nods.
He glances at Kara.
He's like, "No, this is not very comfortable in here. I really don't want to go out there and try to sleep." He looks out the door. He's like, it looks like there's perhaps a comfortable, at least cots or sleeping bags out there in those tents, but I don't feel comfortable being out there. Not while I'm sleeping. He'll lay down.
Eden will take off her big cloak. She's like, here, you can use this as a blanket and pillow. She'll hand it to him.
Thank you, dear.
She'll lay down and use her wings to
Okay.
wrap herself up.
All
She'll
right.
lay down.
Okay. You fall asleep. Gabor falls asleep.
Good night.
Zumbar sits down and leans up against the wall. He's like, well, wake me up, Seth. I'll do watch after you're done. He leans up against the wall. Pox goes out. He comes out over where the fire is, where Lily and them are.
Hey, Pox. Run away.
Hey.
What's wrong?
What do you mean, what's wrong?
Are you okay?
How can you be okay here in this place? This is strange. At least in hell, I knew that there was torment and evil all around me.
It's just
Here,
a
I don't know
place.
what it is, but there's something
It's just a
watching me.
place. It's just a place, Pox. You can choose to be happy inside yourself.
You don't feel that?
Of course I do, but I choose to be happy instead.
Cannot hunt that which we cannot see.
I can't change it right now, so why worry?
He sits down.
We'll figure it out. She'll eat some of the feast that Cara made.
Okay,
And then home.
all right. Babe's like, well,
Godwin's like, you know what, fuck it. I need to find an altar, and I need to find my mother. I mean, he looks at the different gate options and, I mean, tries the Pathfinder thing to
Okay.
see if it...
okay. Unknown. You think of your mother, right? Unknown.
Welcome to my room.
How about an altar?
How's a Pathfinder work? Yeah, so it's
Basically, when that, you pay, you like, you have options of...
I will
left, right,
I will allow, since it didn't invoke,
Mhm.
because there was it's unknown, it didn't invoke, I'll allow you to do it the second time before 30 minutes is up.
Okay.
The altar that's located to the north of you, there's an altar located to the north of you. That's what you feel. The north. East, like over here. Right here, actually. That's the closest altar that you feel when you do that. You don't know, I mean, you say of Nira, but that's what you feel. Lily, did you tell everybody what you saw?
Yeah.
So you know it's an altar to Lothra.
She was saying it as she was seeing everything.
So if one prays at an altar meant for one god trying to reach another, is that gonna create any
Here's
issues?
Zigzag
Yeah.
slowly opening up the bag.
You know, Zigzag says, over by the fire where you guys are. Well, no, did you go with him? Yeah, so he's right next to you guys. He says, you know, they say that there are altars all over the abyss.
But whoever that altar is consecrated to is who is going to hear your prayer. That's Val.
I believe that's true.
It is.
Sometimes demons and devils will pray to one source who will send a message to another, but I doubt that'll happen in this situation. It might. I mean, I'm not sure who she's in league with or who your goddess is in league with, but maybe.
I highly doubt my mother is gonna speak to my sister if she hears my call.
Your mother or sister. He looks up at you. The son of a god?
Goddess.
Goddess?
Eris will shrug. Aren't we all?
Huh.
She'll roll her eyes.
It's my turn. It's my turn to open some food.
Who's your mother?
Apparently, the Spider Queen herself.
Oh, hell. That's just terrible and frightening.
That's all I'm told.
You're on the other side of the building.
Who's her sister?
Mira?
Oh, I like Mira.
Well, I doubt Lothra is gonna give Mira a message for her.
Probably not. But there might be a demon that would. I can ask. Or Zen could.
No.
We can
Don't.
send messages.
Not right now.
Okay.
Don't divinate, okay? On anything that's
I'm
going on
not.
here.
I'm not. If you have some souls, though, that would help. I gotta get some true answers. Though I'm not so sure if we should sacrifice souls. The more I think about that, the more it bothers me.
Yeah.
Used to not bother me. But every once in a while, you know, I think it's okay. Especially if it's an evil soul.
Very giggles.
Well, Vay's like, fuck. Let's go back to camp. We're not gonna get anything done in this room.
We're not. Eris would say, let's let these kids sleep and we can come up with a game plan.
I think I'm just gonna go. I mean, lay down outside, just like, fuck.
Val will telepathy to they.
You go over where the fire is?
Yeah. Well, I
Okay.
mean, kind of, yeah, off to the side a little bit.
Like here?
Yeah.
Like over here?
Like, yeah, you want literally on either one of the tents or one of the
Okay,
sleeping
you go
areas
one of the
just
tents.
to lay down and
Alright, you can go in this tent, you know, these all right here, so.
yeah, this one's fine.
Okay, this one? Alright.
Ryan would look at Zen and say, we should probably get some sleep.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you sleep?
Yeah. She'll get up and
She'll get up too.
hold your hand and guide you into this tent.
She'll go lay down.
Okay.
Good night, guys.
See, Zed literally, is this like a tent or like an open mat? And
This one right next to Zed, right there, that's a food area,
Oh, okay.
and so's this one. But this one's open. This
he just
one-
kind of wants to sleep and look up to the ceiling.
Okay. So where's he go?
Maybe, I don't know, open the area back there, I guess, just
Here?
up behind the tent and just kind of
Okay.
kick back.
All right.
Val will telepathy Vay.
Okay. Clip goes to the fire.
I could wish for him an altar of Nira.
He goes over to the fire. He's like, come on, Aaron.
I was just gonna say he's
You're gonna use a wish for an altar?
I was just about to say when Goblin lays down, he's kind of tugging on the chain and in contemplation. So
He pulls out a statue of Mira Vedas. He puts it down between himself and the fire.
Iris will lay her head on Vay.
The statue's consecrated, he says. Telepathy to everyone of Nira. If you need prayers, you can try to use it. I've used it in the past. But I have a feeling that it's not going to work. Call it a gut feeling, I don't know. But I don't think we're going to be able to get spells down here.
Goblin rolls back out. I don't want spells. I just want direction.
I can tell you that I don't even think I can refill druid spells down here. Like, what I have is what I have. And then all I have after that is arcane.
That's why I brought books.
There are no druid spells.
Well, so we should save our spells unless absolutely necessary. If they can't be filled back up for those that cast divine magic or druidic, we should save them when they're most needed.
Reveal.
Can try again.
Take
at the
Ixon
statue.
down by the fire.
Okay. So you come out of the tent and come over and to the fire, and Clip will move over so you can.
Pardon me, Cliff. Thank you.
No problem. No problem. He says, go ahead. Knock yourself out.
Not very good at this stuff.
You kneel down and start to pray at the statue and for an answer. Nothing comes. You feel nothing. Doll, what are you doing? Just standing over them watching them sleep?
she was sleeping. She told
She's sleeping too?
Mr.
Okay.
Whiskers to watch
All right.
over them all.
Okay, so she's sleeping too. Does she have the dreamscape?
No, she got
Eden does,
observation
though.
×4.
Eden does? Okay, so Eden, you're going to wake up in the middle of your sleep and see your own body. See Kara and Gabor and everybody there. You're you see a city in your mind's eye. Cobblestone streets, purple and red lights everywhere. You see obsidian on the ground, solid obsidian in areas where there are buildings. You see cloaked individuals moving in the shadows, all with dark skin.
Like a dark elf city.
Yeah. Its walls are protected from the outside by some sort of plants that are glowing a reddish color, pulsating a reddish color, that have flames at the bottom of them. You see patrols of dark elves, around 12 to 24, moving in the city streets and outside of the walls of the city. You see statues, old statues here and there of drow. You see a structure that looks like it's been created to look like a spider, the whole building. And then you come back to yourself and you see yourself sleeping, and you see Kara sleeping, and
Can
Gabor.
I tell what direction it was in?
No.
So Goblin's gonna get up and walk over towards the statue and towards the altar.
Okay. The altar, the other one?
Yeah.
Okay. So you get up, start walking this way.
Can she try to, in her mind's eye, go to it and see if she can figure out what direction it was in?
When you do that, you realize you can walk away from your body and start to go somewhere if you want. Where you gonna like go to the altar?
Yeah, just not touch it. Just walk over to it to be able to actually see it and look upon it.
The Nera statue
No,
or the altar? So it's hundreds of feet away. It
Just have
is.
to walk away, but I'll follow them.
It is about 160 feet away. You can see it from here, but you can't really see it.
Yeah. And he just wants to look upon it. Yeah.
So he goes by himself. Okay.
Val
Let's
follows.
You guys see him go.
Val follows.
All right, Val, you start going with him.
Raven will make Ixen lay down by the door over here. She'll tell her to lay down.
Okay, she will.
She'll get off of her.
Okay,
Sit on the steps.
all right. Sabian will sit with you. Vase, like, where are they going?
Yeah, Seth is moving so that he can watch them. So
All right, out the door.
yeah.
They get a few feet away, like this, about this far right here, and they disappear because you can't see over the step.
Okay.
Raven would say they probably to that altar up there.
He gets up from the fire and walks over here where you can see them. All right, you guys start going this way.
Eris will sigh. She'll get up and she'll go away.
Okay.
Secretly.
They kind of go pretty far. They go about 150 feet away from you. You guys come walking up. You see this stone circle. It has gemstones located in various places on the side, outside of the circle. You go around the backside and there's steps going up to it, and you see gemstones on that side as well. You see the flickering lights from the statue to your left here, the ruby gems that are gigantic, glowing and flickering, and you walk up to this altar.
You're not thinking of praying to her, are you?
Fuck no.
See a statue of a spider like this. Black candles that look like they burn out. There's just barely any nubs left on the altar there. Two statues of hellhounds on each side.
I think that's what she really looks like.
No. Maybe what the old one looked like.
So, I mean, yeah, he just wanted to. But you see it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, put a seat
So?
down and look up to her and just.
You both are out there, you know, you're looking at the altar, and feels like you're being watched. Shadows play tricks outside the gate. You see it looks like a couple shadows move out there, and you look through the gated, through the bars of the gate. It's like something, you could have swore something moved out there.
Observe outside again.
Observation?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I got 3 out of under 18.
Okay.
It's a good roll.
Shadow definitely moves. You see a shadow move.
Wow, there's movement outside that gate.
Feel a breeze come across you. Way in the distance, you hear a screech. You guys don't hear it sitting at the fire, but Val and Godwin hear it. It's a long way away. And you're not sure if it was the wind or what, but you're pretty sure it was a screech of some type.
It's dark and full of terrors.
No more ways.
As you're looking at the altar, over up to the side of the altar, looks like there's some sort of book sitting there. It's behind and to the side.
We'll go over and look at it.
Okay, you go around the corner and kind of look at it. It looks like a small book, about this big. Like, and it has pages in it. It looks worn, but not ancient. Like newer than most of the things around here. Could be a journal. You're not sure.
Picks it up.
Okay.
Looks it over.
Okay. You open it up.
Mm-hmm.
How can you move your book?
Gotcha.
That's what you see. That's on the first page.
Blood axe.
Huh?
Entry of Throg. Blood axe, right?
Appears to be a journal.
Same shade. You want me to read it out loud? I'm sorry.
It's up to you. It's just
Yeah.
you and Valia, or Val, and I don't know if she's even looking at it. I think you're the only one looking at it presently.
What'd you find?
Seems to be the Journal of Throg Blood Axe. Seems his band ran into some poison and dark elves. Unyielding determination.
Turn to the next page,
Mm-hmm.
and you see a map. If I can see it myself. Yeah, you see a map.
Obsession.
Obsessium.
Oh, it's
For our viewers, since that was upside down. Keep turning it.
yeah, you just gotta
Um,
go through it.
The rest of the pages are blank.
Unless you're a witch.
Just gonna, I mean,
And like I said, it looks like a relatively new journal. Like it's not as old as a lot of things you've seen here.
kind of, I mean, he shows Val and then he shows Val the map.
Okay.
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
Let's take it back over here.
Okay.
I'm concerned that that screeching that we heard was a warning.
Fair enough.
Okay, so you guys are gonna head back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not a warning to us, but
Warning nonetheless.
a warning telling someone else or
You head back this way.
Yeah.
When you start walking back, you see Vay and Eris. They got eyes on. You come walking up.
You guys okay?
You all right?
Yeah. He holds the journal out today.
What's up?
Found this behind my, well, I don't know if it's my mother's statue, but
I didn't read it. She'll look over and read it as he's reading it.
Okay. You wanna read it out loud or?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Why do you always
She'll
make
tell them.
me read out loud?
I say I can read
We
it out loud.
also-
You want to read it
I
out
can
loud?
read it out loud if you want me to.
We'll let Godwin read it out loud.
We also heard a screeching in the distance down the hallway.
All right.
It's a journal entry of Throg Bloodrose, date unknown. I penned this entry with trembling hands in the eerie imminence of the giant mushroom grove, right outside the walls of you said Obsessium?
Mm-hmm.
The tales we had heard of this city were mere whispers of its true terror. The dark elves here are more fearsome than any legend could convey. Our band, the Silent Shadows, was renowned for our daring expeditions into the deepest and most perilous of underground realms. We had ventured through the infernal chasms, braved the caves of dread, and delved into the abyss of the lost souls. None could match the courage and skill. Yet nothing could prepare us for the malevolent depth of Obsessium. The Dark Elves wield a nefarious weapon, poisons that can put even the mightiest warrior into a deep, dreamless sleep. Not a peaceful slumber, but a sinister paralysis, leaving the victim at their mercy. From there, only horrors begin. I have seen companions dragged away from the dark confines of the city, destined for the unspeakable fates of torture or slavery. As we made our way closer to Obsessium, our resolve was unshakable. But in the dead of night, a silent ambush fell upon us. My comrades one by one succumbed to the poison arrows of the Dark Elves. I could only watch helplessly as they fell, their eyes wide with terror as the sleep took hold. By sheer luck, or perhaps a cruel twist of fate, I was spared the poison's touch. I managed to crawl into this grove hidden among the towering fungi that loom like silent sentinels. Here in the deceptive sanctuary, I plan my next move. The Silent Shadows are no more, only I remain, and my heart is heavy with the loss of my brave friends. But I will not let their sacrifices be in vain. I must find a way to free them, or at the very least avenge them. For now I will bide my time, hidden in the shadows of these ancient mushrooms, gathering my strength and plotting my course. The path ahead is fraught with danger, but I have no choice. Obsessium may be the city of nightmares, but I am a dwarf of unyielding determination.
Then it has a map. They'll look at it and you're like, this makes no fucking sense. What good is this gonna be?
Eris has cartography.
Okay.
Can she try to read it?
Yeah, these are cave entrances. Looks like 6 of them.
She'll tell them. Those are
Um,
cave entrances.
The circles with the X's would be don't go in. And the dots would be showing hallways. Obviously, Obsessium is down this hallway. And you would know that the T probably stands for treasure.
She'll tell them that.
Okay.
She'll
It's like-
explain it to them.
Okay.
Can she roll her legends and lore on that adventuring group?
She can.
Yes.
What'd you roll?
82 under 96.
No. You don't know who they are?
I am.
It's
I don't like these.
it's
5%
Underdark.
dice. They roll so high.
You don't have any knowledge. It's been 300 years that it's been closed. You really, you have no idea. And so no.
So she'll just.
If you'd have got a
explain
really
that.
good roll, I might have rolled. It might have been something, but no,
What about ancient history?
no.
Not bad.
She'll just explain the map to him.
Okay.
But I
Well,
don't
if we
see
come across-
anywhere.
Come across some random 6 caves.
Yeah, if we come across some 6 caves, at least we know which way to go. That's good.
Yeah.
Good job,
So
Godwin.
you just found the journal over there?
Sitting on the altar.
Sitting tucked behind it.
If he pinned this, chances are he's gone because something's taken the journal. Is there any blood or anything over there on the altar?
I didn't touch it.
It looked like it hadn't been used in hundreds of years.
The altar?
Yeah.
No, it looked like it had been used. It just looked old.
Okay.
Yeah, there was candles, remember?
They were burnt out.
Yeah. But they were black in color. So yeah, it had been used relatively recently. Maybe no sooner than a week or so.
Do you think that they had to make sacrifices to her in order to keep this operation going?
I don't know, but that means that people who worship her
Have been in
frequent here. So
That's-
this may not
We could
be
have
safe.
visitors at any moment.
Yeah,
And I did
that's-
see movement outside the gate, and we did hear the screech from a mile away.
So
It wasn't just shadows, right?
I want everyone to get sleep, but I don't want to be surprised. And looking at this journal, it seems as though that is how they operate.
You can go into a deep sleep and wake up a slave pretty easy.
Yes.
how many of us can withstand their poison, I wonder?
We know you can. We know myself and Raver can.
I've been
Sabian can, he's a vampire. He's
subjected throughout my life.
So you're immune to it?
I mean, I don't know how immune I'd be to dark elven poison, but a lot of poisons.
What about Zed? I wonder.
For me, it's anything natural, anything that comes from the ground. Anything from plants, animals, monsters, anything like that. I'm usually immune to it.
Yeah, but you know, there's only a few of us left to fight. That
So you don't know what your goal is, right?
I assume she wants me to find my mother.
For what
So-
purpose, though?
What purpose does Nira have for anything?
I would say vengeance.
That's what I was gonna say.
Vengeance upon her or vengeance for her?
Nira's not just vengeance, though.
It's true.
She's other things, like loyalty.
Maybe she wants her back.
Maybe.
She didn't give you any details?
Just to head to the Underdark.
And you're quested.
Yeah.
Are you feeling like you're not doing what you're supposed to? Is there any ill effects taking place?
I feel frustrated as hell.
Yes, but I mean, is there any energy that makes you feel weak?
What did I know?
That means you're on the right path.
Yes. At least you're doing the right thing so far. When the time comes that you feel anything like that, let us know. If
Please.
you would.
Because
Because that means we're...
means we need to change our course of action.
Yes. I can tell you that there's no connection to Nira here.
I haven't tried to reach out. You know what?
I tried to refill my spells and couldn't.
Give me 1 second. She's gonna try to use blood magic telepathy to reach Sal. See if she can reach him.
No.
Whoa.
Uh-uh.
That's wild.
What's that?
Just look at it. I can't reach Sal.
I'm in the abyss.
No one can reach anyone.
No, you guys don't understand. I should be able to reach him at least up to 13 planes removed.
So how far removed is the abyss?
Who knows? I have no idea.
More than 13, obviously. I wonder what layer we're on.
We are deep,
We're deep?
obviously.
Deeper than 13.
Deeper than 13, or I would be able to get a hold of him.
Shit.
Well, I could turn myself in.
No. That's
No,
not going to
it's
do us any
I
good.
know.
No.
Lily. Can you examine that crystal? And maybe try to figure out a way to create one?
Yeah.
You talked about a wish. You're saying this in your head. You talked about a wish. If we're going to use a wish, it should be to get a crystal to get the fuck out of here if we need to.
That was Val that talked about the wish.
Val talked
Yeah.
about the wish, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you look that crystal over?
Yeah, she'll go in there. She has mystical gemology.
Okay.
Will that work?
All right. You head into where the elevator is. Roll it.
Yes, sir. 7 under 19.
Actually, it's 21 now.
So you think you could start with a gem that was this size to start to create this? You realize that it was done with illusion magic, not magic user. And you think that whatever soul was in it was released from the crystal somehow. Now, you're not sure where it went, but the cracking of the crystal released the soul, which is what's causing it not to work. You believe that this mechanism is somehow attached to it, but you don't know how. When you look over the handle and you look over the area where the crystal goes in, it's a little bit beyond your knowledge base. You're like, the engineering involved, you're not quite sure, but you think if you had a crystal the same size as this, that you could put a soul in, and that perhaps some sort of illusionary magic was placed upon it, that it might work, but you don't know what that is exactly. So you need a large soul storing device with a soul and some kind of illusionist spell to make this work.
So she'll telepathy Vay.
Just Faye?
I can. She'll tell him all that, and she'll say, I can create the crystal itself.
Okay.
I can turn it into a soul storing device.
Okay.
But
I have souls.
I don't know the illusion magic that was on it.
It was trigger illusion. Eris would say that.
She's only saying it, but he would say that though. He would say, but Eris said it was trigger illusion that was upon it.
Do we have illusionists in our midst?
We do. She's asleep right now, but Ren.
I wonder.
I think she can cast that, but I don't know for sure. Now, what about the mechanism itself? Is there magic on it? And
That is more of an arcane engineer type thing.
that would be Kara, and she's asleep too. When the two of them wake, we should have them look over this with your help, and maybe the three of you together could come up with something to at least give us a way out of here if we need to get out of here.
Well, I can go ahead and create the crystal.
Okay.
While they're resting, I can have all of
That
that ready.
sounds like a good plan.
I might even have that in memory. Hold on.
All right, we're going to take a quick
So
break.
Godwin's gonna go back and lay his tent.
Godwin's what?
It's gonna go back and lay in his tent.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break right there. Godwin comes back over, lays down in the tent, tries to get some more sleep. Val, do you come back over with Raven Sabian, or do you go? Where do you go? You're here.
Yeah.
Vay's going to come back to the fire.
Okay. Yeah. She'll sit by the fire if Godwin's doing that.
Okay. Yeah, we'll take a quick break right
Hey,
there.
real quick,
Yeah.
quick question. The Hero's Feast,
Uh-huh.
does that conjure positive material for Reva and Vay?
No, that's not food.
Isn't it?
Sustenance?
No, it's not.
Does it conjure a bowl of magic for Eris? Or
No, but Sabian will go over and start looking at it and get some blood, wine, and drink it. Come back over here. And yeah, we'll take a quick break there, and then we will be right back. we're back. All right, guys.
So Lily will begin to cast.
You don't say.
Arcane Creation. Thought it was 3. That might be a typo that we fixed in the book. I think it's Arcane Creation 3.
Okay.
Anyway, it is duration permanent, radius 4 foot plus a foot of level, saving roll none. The spell allows the caster to create any large item up to 1,000 pounds out of thin air, but
Okay.
it does come from somewhere. The item is real and permanent,
Okay. You're gonna create a crystal.
exactly like the one that's sitting there broken but not broken.
Okay. You do so.
And then she will cast Soul Gem.
Okay.
I think I wrote the wrong page. Area of effect, 1 gem, duration permanent, saving roll none. By casting the spell, a magic user can create a master soul gem out of the highest quality gemstone, which must be of large size, 10 inches or greater. A master soul gem can hold up to 10 souls within it. A master soul gem can also hold the soul of a greater being.
Okay. All right.
And she does those both out of the red book. Rips them out.
Burns them out of the red book.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You do it.
And she will flip the Evade and arrows. I've got the gem.
Great.
Good job, Lily. Hell
So-
yeah.
Getting a hold of the soul should be easy. I have one on me.
Do we have any idea what kind? Did you do any kind of correspondence? Do you know what kind of soul was in there? Was it?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, but I've got a greater soul on me if we need that.
Her just looks at him.
No way to divinate here to find out.
She feel like it's Levitt.
Could be Dr. Levitt's soul. You're not sure.
And I gotta tell you, if it wasn't for the fact that we were probably saving everybody's lives by doing this, I would not be doing this. This is not a good thing we were doing.
Speaking of which, Velia,
Mm-hmm.
you're sitting over here
Mm-hmm.
by the fire. You're looking at it and you feel a little troubled about the situation that just took place where you put the platinum down. You start to realize that you've lost your alignment tongue and you've moved one step towards evil. Now that you've had a chance to think about what happened, you realize that you might have just gave an offering to Pazuzu. You go one circle from lawful neutral towards lawful evil.
It's never fucking ending. It's never fucking ending.
And your murder hobo kind of stirs inside a little bit. Just like
Rage kind of wells up.
Mm-hmm.
you growl just a little
Yeah.
bit. Vay looks over
She's
across
like,
the fire. He's
It
like,
doesn't fucking matter how much good I do.
you
It's
alright?
always, no, she says it out loud, she's
Oh.
like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't seem to matter how much good I do. It's always right fucking there under the surface.
Kind of echoes throughout the courtyard when you say that. Okay, it's like, shh.
You've been true neutral. Iris would say to her. Never? Never, not even when you were a kid?
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember that far back. To be honest, I can't even really remember what I was when I was in Beacon.
I could try something on you. If you were never true neutral, it won't work. But I have a spell that can that can bring beings that were true neutral back to true neutral. If that was ever your alignment.
Maybe somewhere in 9,000 years that might have been true neutral.
Valix, she's like, she'll work it out. You'll work it out. You always do. There's no reason to waste any spells in this situation. Unless she feels like she absolutely has to. Like I said, we need to save our spells. Kara and the others wake, they're going to find that they cannot replenish their spells.
It's okay, sweetie. Just do a good deed. It'll put you back where you need to be.
Watch over a friend while he sleeps.
Zed, what was it that you rolled with Silver Harp?
Fire resistance.
Fire resistance? Alright.
And Lily will also telepathy Bay and Erez. If you guys really want to try to get some of this treasure and carry it back up, I can destroy at least one of these constructs. I can destroy two of them, but I can't do it at the same time. Like I could destroy one of them, and then a few minutes later
Not
destroy another
really
one.
concerned about what's in those chests right now. I mean, there could be something that could help us, but we don't want to make a lot of noise. We've already, you know, the more I think about it, the more I realize this encampment probably can be seen from the gates themselves. So
And it's not
whatever
like-
is out there that's moving through the shadows that Godwin saw, most assuredly can see us.
And it screamed a warning to whatever else the hell is fucking here, so we might want to think about waking everybody up and just getting the hell out of here.
They need to get sleep right now. I don't want them half in and out of it, you know. Let's let them get a full night's rest. Not to mention, that journal spoke about them attacking while they slept. I think there's enough of us awake that that's not going to happen, but we should be very careful about multiple people going to sleep and just leaving one watch or something like that, because
Yeah.
that could be dangerous.
I think as soon as they wake up, nobody else should sleep.
Raven will tell Ixen to come lay behind her.
She gets up and walks over,
Yep.
lays down. They will telepathy to Seth and say, "You can get some sleep if you want. We've got the watch. There's enough of us that don't need sleep. We'll let Zumbar sleep as well."
Val will get up and go watch over Godwin.
Okay.
He's in that tent by himself,
He
right?
is. He is.
Yep. She's
He
gonna
goes.
go watch over him.
All right. Clip and Pox are right there, and Clip's like, "Yeah,
Yep.
what do you need?" He like just come stand over. There's like no spot, you know,
No, she'll go around.
around
Or she'll
here.
go this way, yeah. And
There's no entrance there.
just
If
stand
you look
right
in,
here.
you see the entrance is right there in the front.
Oh, it's here. Okay, his token's over here, so that's where I thought he was.
Yeah, well, he's under that tent. He's in that tent. I
From
didn't want-
this way, so there's no back. Okay.
And Seth will sit right where he's standing
Okay.
and go to sleep.
All right.
Right there, and she'll look out into the room and just watch for shit.
Okay. All right. On the steps. All right. Lily, what do you do after you get through with that?
She'll go sit outside.
Okay. By the fire?
There are people in there watching over the sleeping people, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That are awake. Who's in there?
Actually, no. Nobody's in there watching over anybody right now.
Oh yeah, no, she wouldn't leave them in there.
Okay.
Not after that fucking conversation.
Okay.
No.
All right, so she's gonna stay in here?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yep.
There's 2 entrances right there into the elevator. That's it. There's no other entrances, but there is a construct in there, 2 of them,
Yeah.
but they're not moving.
She will call the squat right there.
Okay.
Tell the elementals, be on high alert. As per usual.
Okay. The night starts to tick away. Zed, you end up falling asleep right leaning up against the tent there. Pox ends up falling asleep right here. Clip's fine because he's had full rest. So 3 of you are awake out here. You and Nick Ixon and Sabian are awake, and so is Velia. Velia, you are slightly sleepy. If you don't sleep, then you'll have to sleep tomorrow night or start to take negatives. So it's up to you whether you want to sleep now or later.
No, she'll start walking back and forth to keep herself awake.
Okay. All right.
She'll actually pull out her Vorpal blades
Okay.
and start just kind
Working
of
out?
swinging them around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Start working out right there.
Yep.
All right. It gets to be, I'd say, about 7 hours of sleep, and Reba Ixon stands up.
Reba.
Starts smelling.
Reba
and
will get
looking
on her.
around. Okay.
Something, guys. She'll true sight and look around.
She looks towards the direction that's over here,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where we're going to stop this evening. And
Can the
then
last thing she said?
we come back
Something's
next
coming.
week. Yeah, something's here. Yeah, something's coming, and we will come back next week and back into the Underdark and see what our heroes decide to do. If they're able to make a gemstone that can get the elevator working, or if they can figure it out, or whatever, or if they're gonna venture deeper into the Underdark itself and look for the Queen of Spiders, Lothra, etc., etc. Hope you guys liked it. Had a blast, guys. Thank you so much. Like, subscribe, share, hit the ding ding, all that jazz, and we will see you next week.
As the dawn breaks, shadows flee. In our victory, we are free. Timeless heroes, legends grand. Together we save this land.